What's up, everyone? Welcome back. I'm McLain, and I'm a music producer. So today, episode 3 of 2 Hour Song Challenge. Really excited about this one. If you don't know what I'm doing here, generally what I do is I have a random list of song titles that you guys have given me suggestions for, which if you have any, you can drop them down in the comments. And I put them in a random choice generator thing, and basically whatever comes up is what I'm going to write. I write, record, and produce the first verse and the chorus of a song in under 2 hours. So it's a lot of fun. It's really stressful, but it's a lot of fun, and sometimes I get some really cool things. Full disclosure though, this is actually the third one I've done this week, because the other two were like complete flops. So it's not a hit song every time, it's not a great song every time, but I try and do the best ones for you guys, and hopefully today is that one. So we'll see. Anyways, topic today is One Direction. Really excited about it. There's a lot of very specific little things that you kind of have to do to make a song like theirs, but again, I'm hoping this one turns out pretty well. Also did want to talk to you guys about one more thing before I get started. So please obviously like and subscribe if you enjoy the channel, if you enjoy the content. But I've been moving a lot of my stuff over to Patreon lately, just because a lot of it is getting blocked here on YouTube, the reactions and everything. So I'm going to be doing some more content like this and just kind of switching things up a little bit. So I really hope you guys stick around and please support me. Support the channel. And again, if you want some more reactions, they're over on the Patreon. It's been interesting lately. So that being said, let's jump in. Let's go. So let's see. Okay, got the list ready. Let's see what we get. Paper Hearts. Okay, well, it's kind of cliche, but maybe I can, I don't know, maybe I can spin it a little bit. Paper Hearts. So let me see who did. Okay, so this one was by Fiona C. She suggested it 2 weeks ago in the last video. So again, if you guys want me to do hopefully one of your suggestions, just drop it down in the comments below, and I'll throw it in the list. So Paper Hearts. It's gonna be kind of hard because Paper Hearts is a very, again, it's been used a lot. But let's see, Paper Hearts. I'm gonna start. I'm thinking it's good because it has 3 syllables, which generally I like things with 3 syllables, and I choose the ones for the list that have like 3 syllables, or I'll just change them a little bit so that they do. Let's pull up a piano and let's kind of get going. I will say I have done some prep for this because I have done like 2 others that ended up being flops, but with this, and also what's my time? There it is. But with this, there's a couple things that again, you have to specifically do for a One Direction feel, and one of them is like general pop kind of a thing, but then you also make it, you give it like a rock edge, almost like a classic rock edge. So I made like a, earlier this week I made like a drum kit that I'm probably still going to end up using on this, and I know I'll probably end up using like piano, and I might do electric guitar. I don't know yet. We'll see. I just gotta think. Anyways, I'm gonna play with that line, just Paper Hearts, and see if I can't find something. So another thing with One Direction songs is they generally go up the octave for a chorus. There's a few that don't, especially on Made in the AM, but because they had Zayn and Harry, which were just powerhouse vocalists, they would generally bring them in on the chorus and go straight up the octave, so there was a nice contrast between 2 sections. So I know for me, I probably have to do this in D, because my highest note is generally I'm comfortable with a G. I can get up to an A. At least I know I have the G, the F sharp, the G, and the A if I'm in D. So we can 1 4 6 5 this most likely. It's probably going to be the easiest way. 1 4 6 5 is the most classic, just everything, basically everything that you've heard uses 1 4 6 5. That's a hit. Not everything, but a lot of songs use dun. It just sets you up really well harmonically for a lot of different things. But let's paper hearts, paper hearts don't break, they just stop and dart on paper hearts. So I think I'm actually going to put this at like 121, 122 BPM, only because Angel on the Run was 120, and I want it to be different. I think what I'm going to do, because I had this idea for how to say Paper Hearts, and it's going to be like, Paper Hearts, da, 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 da. And you're just kind of following the chord progression there, you know, melodically, which again is pretty much what they end up doing in a lot of their stuff. You also, it's funny, in One Direction songs, generally, you only end up using the first 5 notes of the scale, so those, and that's it. So the 1 and the 5 are the most important. Paper hearts don't bleed, they only bleed, they only fight. That's another thing that you kind of run into as a songwriter. A lot of times things kind of start to sound the same and stale, and you got to find new ways to play with the melody or change things up just a little bit so they don't feel so stale to you. But they could also still be great, you know. But I literally just went into Angel on the Run, which was from the first episode of this. So maybe what I need to do is set this up so it it doesn't have it, like the line isn't so short, you know. So maybe there's no like little B chorus there, because that's where it kind of goes down to it needs to, that first part needs to be longer. Well, now that I have the tempo, I guess I could just kind of play with some words for a little bit here. Paper hearts don't ever bleed. Paper hearts don't toss it away. Okay, so I had an idea, but I'm switching up the chord progression a little bit. So I'm going to go D, A, B minor, G, and do like, on paper hearts don't ever bleed, they rip and tear to pieces, done and done again, da 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 da. So yeah, that's kind of what I think I'm going to go with instead. I like the way that sounds better, and it's different from Angel on the Run too. Okay, so I was just thinking, I just had this cool idea to spin it just a little bit. Instead of paper hearts don't ever bleed, I think I'm going to put on paper hearts don't ever bleed, they only rip and tear to pieces. I will say one thing I do want on the verse is for it to be to not be such like elongated sort of sections. I want it to be a little bit like more rhythmic, so there is at least a little bit more of a contrast, you know. If the more you can accent that contrast, the better. Their songs still have a little bit of an edge to them, which is cool. They're not just straight bubblegum pop. I have this line, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm wide awake, waiting for the sun to show its face. My lungs are tight, I won't sleep tonight. And then I have, I'm running through her motions. So the melody I kind of have for this, what I'm thinking is like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, wide awake, waiting for the sun to show its face. My lungs are tight, and I won't sleep tonight. Also guys, so this song, hopefully this one, if it turns out, it's sounding like it's gonna turn out, but you never know. So hopefully this song and then the other 2 songs will likely be on Spotify by the end of the week next week. If not, it'll be the beginning of the following week. It takes some time for everything to process and actually get placed on there, especially when you're pushing things out this quickly. It's gonna be cool. And I might just make a video also on the rest of the process, because this is just the beginning. The harder stuff comes after this. Finishing the song and getting everything right, making sure all the takes are perfect. These are basically like demos almost. So anyways, back to the lyrics. Okay, so I'm running through her motions. I'm so cruel when I know damn well that I'm the fool who broke the only rule he ever made. In terms of chords, I want it to change a little bit for this pre-chorus. Whoops. I'm spending a little bit more time on the melody for this one right now, because I kind of have an idea in my head already as to how the music is gonna go. I can hear it. It just kind of, yeah, you guys will see. You'll see. So this is kind of what I'm thinking for the pre-chorus. I think I'm going to take it up, actually, and be like, but you wrote your name on my chest in permanent ink, a letter for only me to read, ever be they. And again, I'm gonna go full voice there. Wow. All right. So we don't have long to do the rest of the music. So let's do this real quick. Good thing I have it kind of in my head as to what I want to do. Hopefully it works. I think I'm gonna switch. I think I'm gonna arpeggiate these. So I'm gonna go like. That'll do. So for drums, this is the kit I made. It's in Superior Drummer. Let me see. You guys can see I made a Drag Me Down kit too. Something that I do all the time is like I'll go and I'll listen to songs, and if I like the way something sounds in it, I'll try and remake it. There was another kit on here, the Drag Me Down kit, that I made from the song Drag Me Down. And also made one for I also made one for Never Enough. Anyways, it's got like a huge nice feel to it, so that's what we're gonna go with. They got a good feel to them, nice big feel. So let's see. So I mixed the drums a little bit, bounced them down, and I'm playing with them a little bit and like combining sounds, like layering a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna use this Mesa Boogie dual rec. A little bit of a delay, so I'm gonna have to play with it a tad after I record it. But let's try it. Alright, so yeah, I'm definitely going to be running over on time here. I just did the guitar like another 2 times and finally got a take that I like. And this is tuned down a full step, so I'm going to have to play the chords a little bit differently. I like this. Like a minute. So we're going to go a little over again. Sorry guys, it tends to happen. But yeah, I guess I should call this like 2.5 hour song challenge. That's generally what it ends up being. Okay. Maybe if I... If I do this, bass players, do not make fun of me, but I'm going to use a pick. So just really quick, one other thing I just did, I labeled a couple things, but also the piano was clashing with my vocal a little bit on the verse. So I ended up just moving that top little riff up the octave a little. So okay, so ready to do vocals, I think, I hope. I also have all the lyrics written down on my computer now, so I can just look at it like that. It's easier. So let's go.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm wide awake and waiting for the sun to show its face. My lungs are tight and I won't sleep tonight. I'm running through her emotions, I'm so cruel, and I know damn well that I'm the fool who wrote and broke the only rule he ever made. You wrote your name on my chest in permanent ink, a letter for only me to read, and I let the worst of it get the best of me. 'Cause on paper hearts don't ever be, they rip and tear to pieces, save me up again.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks again for hanging around. There's a lot of stuff definitely I still have to do on this one, like harmonies. Some of those vocals for me were a little and like the transition for me into the chorus, I kind of want it to be a little bit more defined and have some more oomph. But I might make a video on the rest of it, kind of finishing up these songs as well. And again, I'm trying to get them out by the end of the week, next week. So take a look out or keep a lookout for them on Spotify, all that stuff. And till next time, I'll catch y'all later.